Morning, it's 8:30 in the morning and I have to be at the train station in half an hour to catch a train to London. And I'm still enjoying a cup of coffee. Oh, since you're asking, why are you going to London? I have an audition at LAMDA. So I see all these videos on YouTube of people talking about their experience auditioning at drama schools and stuff, so I thought I'd bring you along and do something different. Today is the day I drive to London. I'm not actually driving to London, it's just outside a place called High Wycombe. Actually, I don't know whereabouts to London it is, but I know it's very close. So I'm going there to drive to my girlfriend's because I'm staying at hers, getting the train from Wycombe to London Marylebone, and then I will wing it from there in the morning because my audition is tomorrow. Yeah. I'm here at ALRA. It's been a good day. Halfway through the day, I get this. My LAMDA audition result. I've got through all the stages at ALRA. I've just had my interview. And now I'm going to see my audition result from LAMDA. I wanted to record it so I can get my genuine reaction. It says, "Dear James, thank you." And that's it, that's all I can see. I'm very anxious to click it, but I'm going to click it anyway. And I didn't get in. Thank you.
Then I have my ALRA audition. And it went really well. And I got all the way to the end again. Thank you for attending your recent audition with ALRA. That's the first thing I read and I thought, this is it. We are writing to advise that you have been placed on the waiting list for your chosen course. Each year, we audition.
I think it's time I make this video. I've had a few people ask, where is my last video in this series that I'm doing? And, well, here it is. And today I will be talking about my experience auditioning at ArtsEd. It wasn't the best audition, in fact it was my worst audition, and it was just a horrible experience for me. And I got my letter back today. And unfortunately it was a rejection. This year, September, I will not be going to drama school because I got rejected from LAMDA. I got a waiting list from ALRA, and let's face it, I didn't hear anything back from ALRA in 2015.
Stop. Stop. You couldn't have been any more wrong.
And that, James, is why you're fucking wrong. Because you finished with a first class honours in acting, which is a degree, which is fucking crazy. Hello and welcome to a video I've wanted to do for a while, but I've needed to take the time and have some space away to reflect and to think and to do all the kind of stuff you need to do when you finish your degree. This video is going to be about what I wish somebody had told me before I went to drama school. I made most of my mistakes as a person whilst I was at drama school. Life mistakes, relationship mistakes, all these kind of things. And through those mistakes, I learned a lot and I gained a lot and I reflected a lot. And so I wanted to pass on some of the things that I learned through making mistakes. The reason I made my drama school videos back in the day was because when I was auditioning the first time round, I watched loads and loads of YouTube videos on people auditioning at drama school, and I wanted to do the same, plain and simple. But through doing that, I wanted to alleviate as much anxiety for other actors as possible by putting myself out there as a normal human being auditioning, because auditioning is such a weird concept and it's so scary and it fills you with anxiety. And so I wanted to alleviate as much as I possibly could for other actors going out there and auditioning for drama school. I made sure I stripped away most of the bullshit. When I was pissed off, I was pissed off. When I was happy, I was happy. When I was confident, I was confident. When I was sad, I was sad. And I made sure to be as authentic as I possibly could to offer as best advice as I could, because I don't, you don't get anywhere from lying without actually ruining the experience of the audition. Giving off all the secrets that we did in the audition, because that's also an exciting time. Discovering and experiencing it for the first time. In this video, I'm going to touch on some personal advice not necessarily how to complete drama school and the tips and tricks on how to please this person and do that well, and this personal experiences I want to pass on to young, vulnerable people going to drama school. Because going to drama school, you become vulnerable, you're naive. 9 times out of 10, you're moving away from the city you were born and bred in. It's the first time, not necessarily with everyone, you're moving away from home and you're spending a long time away from your family and friends and everything you know. And so I wanted to pass on some of the things I experienced being a young, naive, vulnerable 20-year-old moving to London to study acting. The first piece of advice I would give is, and it's probably not the most important because it's so cliche, but genuinely stay true to yourself. The first mistake I made when I went to drama school was completely forgetting who I was and where I came from so that I could mold myself into the person I thought people wanted me to be. Which, yeah, to a certain degree is quite narcissistic, because why the fuck do people even care? People don't care. People care about themselves. Remember who you are and who you want to be, and don't be afraid or ashamed to go and get it. If you want to go to drama school and work harder than everybody else there, go to drama school and work harder than everybody else there. Don't let anybody drag you down. Don't allow people to guilt you because you take it too seriously. If this is your dream, don't concern yourself with the opinion of sheep. Be a lion. Have full confidence in yourself, and whatever it is that you want to achieve, believe that you can achieve it, and don't let anybody or anything stand in your way, regardless of everything around you that's going on. On the other end of the line though, if you want to go, enjoy yourself, have a good time, and you've got the cash to do it, go out partying, go to the pub every day of the week, go and do it as well. Like, go and have a good time as well. I'm not just like trying to preach, get your head down. But at the same time, that's kind of what I stand for. I went there to work, you know, so if you want to go and work, don't be ashamed to go and work. And if people take the piss out of you for taking it too seriously, then that's their issue. They're just insecure because they're not working as hard as you. And don't be guilted into thinking that you're not allowed to work really hard. But also don't be guilted if you want to go and have a good time, because you're allowed to have a good time as well. It's your story to start writing, so go and be who you want to be and go and do what you want to do. My next piece of advice, and probably for me, what I wish somebody told me before I went, is that when you move away from home and you start going to drama school and you're finally working towards your dream, you're gonna be naive, you're gonna be vulnerable is a big one, you're gonna be slightly uncomfortable, and also you're gonna be terrified. Like I said, you're probably moving away from home for the first time. You're gonna be surrounded by a bunch of people who are gonna be the same, if not better, at acting than you are, and you're gonna start comparing yourself. You're gonna be shocked that you're not the best actor that has ever lived, that will ever live. There are people around you who are sick, who are better than you, who are the same as you. You're no longer, in your story, in your mind, the top. You're surrounded by insanely talented, gorgeous people, and you're going to compare yourself. I did it. You might not. But those of you who are that kind of person, this advice is mostly for you. Own your quirks, own your talents. You are unique. If you're unhappy with a part of yourself or a part of your life, then instead of comparing yourself to others and seeing what they have and what you don't have, or what they can do and what you can't do, go and change that. You're in control of your life. Nobody's going to come and change it for you. If you can't play an instrument and everyone around you can play a fucking guitar, the drums, piano, go and pick up an instrument. Go and start exercising if you don't have the jawline that the other freaking handsome men and women have in your class. Go and exercise. Change the things in your life that you're unhappy with, rather than getting caught up with the toxic comparison side to life that we all do, which is, you know, a massive part of our lives, because we're human beings, you know what I mean? Sometimes the environment is toxic and you just don't want to be involved in it. You get caught up with it. You lose focus on your work, you lose concentration on what's important, you take the left angle rather than the right angle, you know? And sometimes it's just good to just have a moment, breathe, reflect, learn. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Focus on your journey, what you want to achieve, and fucking achieve it. If you're unhappy with something in your life, instead of comparing it, like I said 10 times before, go and change it. Now's not the time to lose your self-esteem and your self-confidence, because you deserve to have both. This is a big one, and this is one I struggled with mostly. You're gonna want to prove yourself to the teachers, because you're gonna want the good parts, you're gonna want the opportunities, and you're gonna want to be seen. The whole point of going to drama school is to learn the skills to apply to your craft that you can use at the early stages of your career to be seen in order for you to get jobs. Get rid of that. Get rid of the desire to please. You proved yourself by getting accepted to the drama school you got accepted by. You don't have to do anything else. The hard part, to a certain degree, is done. They want you because of who you are and what you can do and what they know you're capable of. You are enough as you are. If you do want the main parts and the opportunities, then all you have to do is work hard. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. You're there to learn, you're there to get a degree, you're there to train to be good at what you do. What good is it doing all of that stuff to please other people? It's empty. Own your work, own your confidence, own your personality. Go in there, steal the fucking energy from every single room you enter with full confidence that you not even know what you're going to do, but whatever you're going to do, you're going to attack it 110%. And that is enough. You don't have to change who you are. You don't have to be a certain person, speak a certain way, fit into the crowd. If you're from a council estate, you're from a fucking council estate. If you're from the posh end of Chelsea, you're from the posh end of Chelsea. Both of our shits still smell the same. Maybe sometimes worse than each other's, you know? It doesn't matter if you've got money. It doesn't matter if you haven't got money. Own who you are, own your personality, go in the room, do the work, get the fuck out. If you go in and own your shit, and own your work and you work hard consistently, you're going to get the good roles, you're going to get the opportunities, because the teachers are going to trust that you can deliver when they put you in positions of having to deliver. Don't suck up to the teachers. Nobody likes to suck up. It's just a fact. Unfortunately, the teachers will always have their favourites. It's just like school. And sometimes the favourites ain't necessarily the people that are the best actors, that have the hardest work ethic, and sometimes you just have to suck it up. It is the way of the world. That's the way it works. I don't know why, it just is. Do not lose confidence in yourself if you are not a favourite. Do your thing, get in there and get out. You are enough. Own your own skin, like I've said 10 times. Oh, my next piece of advice, which I struggled with a lot, to be honest, which is why I changed myself quite a bit. The way I talked, the words I say, the way I dressed, everything. Don't be ashamed of where you come from. I kind of touched on it before, but rich or poor, surely our parents' aim is to give their kids the best life that they can give, whether that's paying for your tuition fees in whatever educational establishment you're in, or whether that's scraping the bottom of the barrel to afford £20 a month for your shopping, £20 a week, sorry, for your shopping. Our parents, surely, regardless of how much money we've got, their aim is to provide the best life they can for their children, right? If you're rich, don't be ashamed of being rich. I've spoken to people that have got money, parents who pay for their fees, who are ashamed to talk about it because they feel like, because they have an awareness that not everybody is in their position. And I think that's amazing that they have an awareness, but I don't think it's amazing that they're ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of where you come from. If you're rich, fuck it, mate, you're rich. If you're poor, suck it up, you're poor. I worked every fucking weekend. About 80% of my 3 years I was at drama school, even when I was rehearsing for plays, everything. I worked every single weekend, pretty much. Not all of it. I did go out and have a good time sometimes, you know. I'm not going to exaggerate, but I worked consistently. Evenings, after school. I did it all because I'm poor. I had to pay for my first year of drama school through fundraising, through this and that, blah, 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 blah. You just have to suck it up. That is the way of the world. Own it. If you're from a council estate, own it. Do not change your voice. Do not change how you dress. Do not change who you are because you need to fit in with the crowd. You are unique as you are. Own it. If you don't have any money, get a job, fucking earn it, because you deserve it just as much as a rich person deserves to be there, okay? Like I said earlier, rich, poor, when you take a shite on a toilet, it smells pretty bad. Don't compare your life. Rich to the poor, poor to the rich. Be a nice person, be humble, regardless of where you come from. My last piece of advice, you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna get hurt, you're gonna hurt others, you're gonna make friends, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna make a little family you're gonna have for the rest of your life. Just do your best to make good choices. It's okay sometimes to stop everything that you're doing and think. This is your time to go out there and experience your first taste of the big, wide adult world. It's your time to make mistakes, to make good choices, to do all of that kind of shit, to live your life. And it's okay. If you make a mistake, big fucking deal. If you break up with somebody, big deal. Remind yourself that it's okay. You're just a human being. It's not that deep. Make mistakes, make memories, work hard, play a little bit hard, like I did. Nah, just work hard, play hard, do whatever you want to do. And knuckle down, because it is tough. It is really fucking tough. It's a lot of work, a lot of line learning, a lot of research, but it's so amazingly incredible. But it's tough, just like everything else in life. So just knuckle down, work hard, make friends, have a good time, make mistakes, live your life. I hope this video helped. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stick this on my wall because literally the James that I saw at the start of this video, that you saw at the start of this video, had no idea he would have got this through the post yesterday, day before yesterday, whenever it was. But I did. I have a degree now. And I'm still working in a fucking veg packing factory back home because I'm trying to save money to come back to London. Bye.